Welcome to this twin flame love reading for October 15th to October 22nd. This could be a higher soulmate love reading as well. I've got all my cards picked out for once instead of rummaging through it and getting them later. We're in a calming period right now for a lot of loved ones in twin flames. Things are starting to heal up for the twins in my wave of twin flames, and I'm seeing a lot of calm energy. A lot of the divine feminine stepped up into their power, and when they did that, a lot of people thought that what would happen when divine feminine stepped up in their power is that they would get too haughty and think that they were too good for this and that. But actually what it ended up doing was helping the divine feminine see how powerful they were and how much they mattered, how beautiful they are, how true they are, how real they are. And it helped them feel more comfortable in their unions, which in turn helped their divine masculine feel a lot more comfortable in the union if this is a twin flame reading. So if it's any kind of love reading, that didn't actually come up. So if it's any kind of love reading, that goes for this reading, though it is dated between October 15th 2019 and October 22nd 2019. It is, anytime you come across this reading, it will be significant to you. I've got a song stuck in my head. Okay. Give a little bit of heart and soul. Okay, let's see if another card pops out. If it doesn't, then I will do this as past, present, future, and clarification instead of mute. Well, the High Priestess. Not sure if that counts with all of these cards falling out, so if just one more card falls out. Oh, right, so the High Priestess. Right, so past, present, near future, distant future. Now, this may not be for all twin flames. There are, but a lot of people don't realize, there are waves of twin flames. And I happen to be in a wave where I know a couple of different twin flame waves. I work with a lot of divine feminines. I really don't work with divine masculines so much right now. Though I do know some divine masculines, they really don't come forward and work the same way as a female would. I would say that I've forgotten what I was saying, so never mind. It'll probably come back. Oh, I was talking about the waves of twin flames. Anyway, completely forgot. There are different waves. I'm in a different wave. I know some, there we are. I know some that are in my wave and some that I work with that are not in my wave. But what I have noticed is when you're in a wave, it's very similar. The issues you deal with in one wave is very similar. So there are twin flames. They're the recruits and the scouts that first came in. That would be the first twin flame waves. That would be Jesus and Mary Magdalene. They were twin flames, actually. So you see what I'm saying. There's a different waves of twin flames, and as each generation of twin flames is born, like the generation of twin flames being born right now, they're finding each other really young and really early, it looks like. I just seen an article about two little girls that were like that. I mean, it's a rare gift to find your twin flame. It is absolutely a rare gift to find your true, real twin flame, because there's lots out there that you will think are. But there is some differences with a real twin flame that you don't get with all the ones that, because in this community, it's really popular. Twin flame has replaced the word for soulmate with a lot of them. And the thing is, telling you, when you find your true one, it's very, very different than what you think it's going to be. Love is not like you think it's going to be with that. And many think they found their twin flame only to find a soulmate. And there is some things that happen when you meet a twin flame that absolutely do not happen with a soulmate. Right. So I will go into that in another video, I suppose. While I shuffle the cards, I just wanted to have a chat with you. Oop, too many. Anyway, I hope you're having a blessed week. We're getting ready to enter another Mercury retrograde. Everybody hold on. And the Mercury retrograde gets to be in Scorpio. That can cause a lot of issues, guys. But ultimately, really, it doesn't have to. Just, oops, wrong one. Wanted the great card to show. Anyway, ultimately, it's just about you learning your triggers and learning your pain and learning yourself. It's just that Mercury goes backward. So if you have Mercury going backward on you in Scorpio, which is very intense, it's going to be just fine. You guys will be just fine, especially as twin flames. And I know these retrogrades really take their toll on us, but honestly, I just really feel through this Mercury retrograde, at least with my wave, we're going to be just fine. We're going to be just fine. Really hanging on to each other. A lot of good things happening. So that's next month. So no worries. I believe it's next month. I'm not exactly sure when the next retrograde comes in. Just talking again, like I said, while I'm shuffling cards. But I know that it's in Scorpio. I do believe it's next month. And you guys are going to be okay. I see a lot of engagements coming toward the beginning of, like, the 22nd is when this is the cutoff, although this reading applies to you whenever you find it. I do feel like, though, about right after this reading, there will be some engagements right around or after this reading, because this reading can go up to 2 weeks if you're within the time period for this. And if not, like I said again, it just means that you were meant to find it when you did. Divine timing is at work in your life. Card upside down. Oh, it doesn't look like anyone want to be picked on their own. Oh, and as I said that, 2 more made me a liar. Oh gosh, some air signs. Listen, air signs, it looks like there's going to be some issues for air signs, and that's exactly what I hear. This is not for any of the other signs except for air signs. We've got water signs here. This could just indicate love. Like, we've got the Emperor. So the Divine Masculine was really highlight this last week. Archangel Michael, organization and logic, structure and discipline and leadership. The Eight of Wands, a lot of information, a lot of communication coming in for many, many twin flames, many, many love couples, from ones that they loved. From a King of Cups, this could be Pisces, Cancer, or Scorpio. Although it can apply to any sign depending on the person, and it can just mean that there is a huge offer of love coming in for you, right? And we've also got the Knight of Water, again, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, usually indicative of a younger person. Sometimes it can be a player energy, not always. And sometimes, if this is a twin flame journey for you, sometimes with the twin flame journey, you can deal with a divine masculine or feminine that's very playerish, or you perceive to be. However, that can be with the knights. They're in, they're out. This one I see, though, is emotional, romantic, enthusiastic, contemplative. So I see that energy is going away. Like, a lot of the twin flames, a lot of the love couples are really starting to feel a deeper commitment within their relationship. Falling in love, a wedding proposal. I had just said that, didn't I? Oh boy, I had just said that. the need to balance emotions, an invitation to a social event. So there's going to be wedding proposals again. And like I said, there can be that playerish energy, but what I really felt for this was like seriousness. And that's exactly what it is. We've gone from the King of Cups to the Knight of Cups. The divine masculine really um committing to themselves, as the divine feminine realized just how powerful she was and how comfortable she was. The divine masculine did. And there is a wedding proposal. Now we've got the 10 of swords upside down here, meaning that this is going to hurt someone. It's not going to be you two. It's upside down. So this is the end of heartache and heartbreak for the twin flames altogether, or the couples. And they are choosing each other by the Two of Wands. But someone is going to be very hurt by the decision of the divine masculine to embrace the divine feminine through marriage. This time, though, it's going to stick. That's what I hear to say. This time it's going to stick. I'm reading the cards before I got them all down, which is probably not my greatest plan. Oops. And then this card fell off. I'm not sure it's meant to be, so we'll leave it alone. And then these are the tarots down. Almost, because we've got more decks. I really couldn't seem to put down the tarot decks today. I had to get lots of them out. So let's hope that these come out pretty quickly. Anyway, again, so the Page of Wands. So the King of Cups, as the divine masculine, committed to himself, there was a lot of information that came in, a lot of news that came in. We've got the Six of Swords. That's a lot of travel. So this victory is going to be traveling to each other if you're a long distance couple. Okay, so good. We've got two cards that have come up. Eight of Wands again. A lot of communication coming between you and your divine half. We've got the Ten of Swords. Again, no, Ten of Wands. So there's going to be, so with these new plans that you've got going, there's going to be a lot going on. We've got the Eight of Swords saying that you guys are going to get a little bit stressed out and need some help. So we've got the Knight of Swords here saying, I've come in to help. I've come in to help. So here's what I hear to say to both of you guys. Don't let any situations defeat you. So, because we've got the Knight of Swords and we've got the Four of Swords over that. Don't let any situations outside of you defeat you. Guys, work together. Completely and totally work together. And let your strength be within each other. You know, you're coming into a place where you're relying on each other. You're coming into union with each other in every way. Trust and respect is building in almost every capacity. So rely on each other for anything that you're needing. There are going to be people falling away. There's always karmic situations, people that are done teaching you, falling away from you and your loved one. This is not you guys. Again, this is not you guys doing that. My wave seems to have found their center with each other. And it doesn't matter what happens in this retrograde. And I feel like this is extending into the next few weeks. And I keep being told to bring up the retrograde. That I don't believe is till November, but I'm really feeling like we're talking about that now. We're in the shadow of the retrograde, and there's going to start being relationships in your life, breakable ones, ones that aren't serving completely, breaking down. Okay, so be aware of that. We've got, what have we got here? I see. Because it's the universe telling you these relationships have taught you all they needed to teach you. They've given you all they needed to give you. I'm missing. How did I do that? Here it is. They've given you all that they needed to give you. You've learned all that you needed to learn. And you and your lover are now really relying on and supporting each other. We've got the Seven of Cups here. There's no more illusion for the Divine Masculine. That's what I'm really hearing. The past, the Divine Masculine, has worked really hard, has wiped the sleep out of his eyes, he or she. And there's been a lot of hard work, a lot of love between you two, and a lot of strength. And now he realized just what he stood to lose. And as lots of communication come in, these proposals come in, you know, of every kind. Will you move in with me? Will you marry me? Stuff like that. Like I said, someone's heart is going to get broken outside of this, and it's going to cause a rift between, you know, people that are no longer supposed to be there. Now, this is not for everybody. Naturally, I see some of these are just karmic situations that are resolving themselves. I see this as soulmates, that your contract is done. Soulmates, you have lots of soulmates. I see this as people just naturally exiting your life now, and I see the Ace of Pentacles here. So as situations, people, things exit your life that are no longer worthy, and I don't mean anything is unworthy. I mean, it's not worthy of your time anymore. It's not worthy of this energy anymore to maintain it. You are going to find yourself closer and closer physically to your lover, to your one, because you guys will be hanging on to each other through this retrograde. This is not like any other retrograde, not for my wave and for many other waves. You guys are going to be finding each other in a completely different space emotionally with each other. It's really going to be a powerful time of change and adjustment for you. You're going to really be seeing how much you can rely on each other. Okay? Okay, so a lot of communication. And then we've got the Seven of Air, Seven of Swords, with the King of Swords. This is Libra, Aquarius, and Gemini. And I've got the Five of Wands right over them. So these are people, this is what I hear to say. This very well could be the air signs, but this could also be people that are communicative, because even a cardinal air sign like Libra is very communicative. What I hear is that people that are communicating in a way that is not healthy for your union are fighting and are being taken out of the union. That's what I see. So see this four of swords upside down, right side up is now upside down here, as like I said, soulmates and stuff like that are being removed, that are no longer serving the purposes that they're supposed to be. So we've got the Sun card up right side up here, and we've got it upside down here in the clarification. So we've got the Four of Swords right side up and upside down. And this is just talking about the mirror that you face within your any kind of love relationship that you find yourself in. There will be quarrels between those air signs. The air signs are the ones that are going to be most affected by this, and they're the ones that are going to be removed the most, it looks like. So if you find, I'm just shuffling down here, if you find that you start quarreling with air signs, know that no matter what position you stood in before, this is an irrevocable breakdown. I'm not talking about twin flames in union. I'm not talking about in my wave. I'm talking about, this is friendships and stuff. Like I said at the beginning, there are, it doesn't feel right. There are, I don't even know what the card was. I didn't read it, but there are just relationships that are breaking down outside of the union that have to break down now. It's not about even interfering with the love relationship. It's just that there is a lot of karmic relationships that you may not, and this is just what I'm hearing as I'm channeling this. There is a lot of love relationships, or excuse me, relationships outside of your love connection that you didn't realize were karmic. That's what I hear to say. You did not realize they were karmic, and now they are being removed from your life. And I hear that whoever is listening to this, if you are not an air sign, it is an air sign that's being removed. If you are an air sign, you removed yourself from karmic situations. Um, that's really what I'm being told to express there. So in the high priestess energy, a lot of the secrets that seem to be kept are going to come out with this, or already have started to come out with this retrograde. And judgment comes in through this, and I really feel like it really resonating back over to these air signs. The judgment is, really a new start. If you are a Gemini, Aquarius, or Libra, I just see a lot of new starts for you with the Ace of Wands. Fire signs also are going to have some new starts. I've got the Emperor again here. So he showed up at the beginning. You are really standing in that firm, powerful energy. And we've got this Strength card upside down. So this looks like, to me, saying this, seeing this, that this is testing the strength of the divine masculine. So it is, unfortunately, and we've got divine masculine and feminine within all of us, so this is going to affect all of us. But it looks like the heap of it is going to unfortunately be on our beloved divine masculines right now. They are going to be the ones having a lot of karmic situations leaving their life. Now, I've been exploring this ideology lately, that when you are twin flames, that any karmic that one of you have, the other one learns a lot from it, and it's also a karmic for them too, because in my view, twin flames share the same soul. They're not twins. I don't even like that word. I always hear when I ask what my twin flame is, they're me. They're me. They're the same as me. So the twin flame energy indicates that you would be a separate energy, and like separate but similar. Whereas what I'm being told for the unions that, these are not coming by themselves, the unions that I have had to have worked with, it is a same soul union. It's the same soul. It's the divine masculine and feminine of that soul energy coming back together. I also hear the term, it is very much like looking at Heilke. Whenever twin flames, a lot of twin flames would be Heilke, wouldn't they? Because they're divine mirrors. They're born as a divine mirror. They would be Heilke. So they end up keeping a lot of that stuff, and a lot of people think, hey, you're my twin. A lot of people may think that you're their twin and you're someone else's twin. You know what I mean? That is what a catalyst most likely is. They're someone else's twin, but they're in that soul group, and they are a twin flame, just not your twin flame. And that's where a lot of the mistakes can come from. And they end up being karmic lessons or catalysts for you to help you get ready for your actual other half, and you know it when the actual one comes in, kind of thing. Gosh, the cards are not wanting to throw any out. Maybe I'm not supposed to read these. Yes, I am. Okay. Golden opportunity, expect miracles, sacred space. We've got, it's a good reading. It's just that there are going to be sad moments coming up. And I pray that you get through them in one piece. Again, like I've already said, I'm going to clarify with these cards now. Joy. All right. So this was the divine masculine really standing in his power. The divine feminine standing in her power. Everybody standing in power and feeling better and more comfortable and safer with each other. Joy is the highest energy of all, in its magical sense that everything is possible. Joy springs from appreciating the gifts within each moment. Joy allows you to attract and create your present and future moments at their highest possible level. Look inside yourself. Examine what is causing you to feel this way. So that right there, there's a lot of joy coming from the relationship now. And what was going on was divine masculine and feminine were respectively looking within themselves and finding that joy, that love, that lust for life within themselves. Kuan Yin, compassion. Release judgments about yourself and others and focus on love and light that is within everyone. So that is perfect. That is exactly what it's self-explanatory of what divine masculine and feminine were doing with each other. Fresh air. Your body needs refreshment from oxygenated air generated by grass, trees, plants, flowers. Spend time outside today in near as near Mother Nature's cradle as possible. Open your curtains and windows and refresh your home as well. So if it's not too bad of weather, get out there and give yourself a whole new boost of energy with Mother Nature. Deep in your heart, you already know the answer. Do what feels right. Now, this is regarding the proposal and the energy of moving in together. You've got a golden opportunity. So do what feels right with your golden opportunity. Important doors are opening for you right now. Walk through them. What feels right is probably to walk through these brand new energies, these new opportunities. All right. And as for energy starting to just naturally happening through the shadow of the retrograde, you care deeply about children and they readily respond to your love. All children, including your own inner child, require love, affection, and attention. We can clear and open your heart and schedule so that you can give more time and energy to a child who needs you. Surrender. At times we must surrender the old. Just talking about this before something new can enter our lives. Let go and all will work out. So there are going to be people surrendered in our life that are no longer serving our highest possible good, even if that is not something that we want. Twin flames will remain together and physically move closer to each other in some kind of, our love relationships will move closer together in some kind of love environment. Mother Mary, expect miracles. Have faith in your prayers have been heard and are being answered. So, lovers, you're coming together. Whatever is being removed from your life, guys, guys and dolls, it is meant to be at this time. Daydream. You will more easily hear and receive our messages if you daydream regularly. Release and open your mind to receiving without directing your mind. Just notice any feelings, visions, and ideas as if you were watching a movie. This is the seed of your creativity. This is also how you meditate. So not only are you being told that you're very intuitive and it's time to tap into that creative, divine energy of intuition, but also time to meditate. Nematona, sacred space. Create an altar or visit a power place to connect with the divine. So this is talking about that marriage. This is where you're going to have a divine marriage. Embrace through each other. You find the missing piece as well, right after that. So you guys will be finding a place of power in which you guys will get married. And Cupid for the clarification. The divine masculine with the strength upside down, not meaning that he's losing any of his power, because he's not. But what is happening here is that all the barriers are coming down between the union and Cupid is being let in. We send great waves of love into your heart and mind, awakening your love for life itself. Your clear decision to accept and enjoy romance has triggered this reawakening. Oh, if I could speak. Allow yourself to spontaneously celebrate love in all its glorious aspects. Manifesting miracles. Second time we've got miracles. And this is about love between you and your divine counterpart. Your dream is soon to become reality. Trust your heart and continue to follow its guidance. Quiet time. Take some quiet time alone to rest, meditate, and contemplate. We've been told twice you need to be contemplating and meditating. So meditation, there's proposals coming in. Everything looks good. Be prepared for change. Be prepared to let go of people. Be prepared to live your highest possible good, because what's not serving you situation-wise, people-wise, is being removed from your life. But all in all, it looks like you'll be okay. Congratulations and have a wonderful week.